What's going on, everybody? No, I'm about to say the wrong thing. Why are we doing it, man? CTO Sports. So, what we got today is we not going to dump on Shannon Sharpe, but we're going to learn from Shannon Sharpe. Learn from these situations on a general level. You know, there's some things that us regular dudes you deal with. I know I've been married for 13 years, but I can talk about when I was dating at that in my younger years. Things you have to look out for, man, because if you try to think everything innocent, everything sweet, it don't work like that in real life. So we're gonna talk about that. Cam Newton, is he sensitive? Is he one of them people that can dish it but can't take it? We're gonna talk about that too. Then shout out to fam, man. Come holler at me today, man. My boy Dion, he got a couple of thoughts too, man, to share with this. But man, how's the week been going for you, bro?
Oh man, look, I stay busy. My life is the same work.
I thought you was Jamaican. How many jobs you got, man?
Well, technically I got 3. One of them I pretty much go when I feel like I don't have to. But the other two is full time and part time. So I'm always either at work, at home, or at the bowling alley. That's about 3 spots.
Yeah, because I know when I see you at the airport, I was like, yeah, if you don't have them headphones on, bro, it's over. You going to be deaf, boy, for 100%. Them jet engines, man, boy. Yeah. So, yeah, man, we're going to get into the first one. Oh, boy, I don't even imagine, man. So, did you hear about this? He was fired from ESPN after the settlement. They said that he settled for so much, and I guess he was already on administrative leave. And I didn't think he was gonna come back anyway. I didn't think they were gonna. They just probably was just taking their time trying to figure out how to do it. When they was talking about cutting costs, and they didn't want to pay nobody, and they already been laying other people off, I was like, yeah, he probably ain't coming back. Let me shut that down. I don't need that. Yeah, I don't think he was coming back, in my opinion. I think they was like, yeah, we're not paying this old man, X amount of millions and, too much heat around your name. But that happens in the real world too, guys. You get too much heat on your name, man, their PR hits you, man, they can't let you go quick. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we still at real estate, right? For no reason, without reason. Cause I only seen a couple of companies that in my lifetime working get sued by somebody, wrongful termination or something. But the thing you gotta think about is if you're not that skilled, how many jobs would you have left to apply to? Cause people know people, jobs know companies, and your name get hot. You can put yourself in the box that you don't want to be in. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty crazy. But yeah, what you think about it, bro? I'm getting fired though, man. What you think about that, bro?
Yeah, I'm with you. When I first heard about it, the first thought that came in my head is, he ain't coming back. Yeah. So I'm not surprised by it. Was it a little quick? Yeah, but again, I'm not surprised by that either. ESPN, they get people with scandal. They shut that down, cut ties.
Yeah.
So the writing was on the wall. I think they had to let everything play out first. And once everything got clear and sorted, then they could make their move. But I got a different take on the whole situation though, because one thing that I'm noticing when people are talking about it is a lot of them quick to say, young white girl, leave them white girls alone, that type of stuff. Me personally, I don't think it's a black or white thing. I don't think it's a race thing. When you got money like that, a lot of people come to you. White, black, Hispanic, Asian, it don't matter. It's not. I personally.
Yeah. Stuff you ain't never heard of Egyptian. What? I ain't never seen an Egyptian.
Right. When you got that kind of clout, that type of fame, everybody come out the woodwork. So I don't part of it of them saying leave them white girls alone. I mean, I get it because that's the running thing lately.
Well, you from the South. We from the South, though, man. That's a big thing. I mean, it was one point in time that if you was thinking you talking to white girls, you be on a no-no list. You know what I'm saying? You know, that there was a point in time. I don't know if it's like that now, but I know when I was in my 20s, like high school or something. But even though it wasn't that many white girls in Southwest anyway like that.
Right.
But you know, you mess around and get on that hit on the blacklist. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you over there playing in the snow? We gonna put you on the list. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
yeah, I don't think it's race either. I don't think it's race, but I still think from an optic standpoint, it probably still didn't look good on a business sense. You know what I'm saying? We could talk about that too, because this is kind of my take. Did his ego get him fired by going on the offense?
Oh yeah.
You know, when he came out with the video, they said he leaked the OnlyFans and all that. I think that probably sealed his fate more than anything. Like most of the time, rich people when they go through this, they try to settle this without even it hitting the media. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think for her, it was the perfect intersection of like an intersection of fame. He was peaking fame. He felt kind of invincible. And when they sent the request, can you imagine the lawyers like, oh man, this dude is toast, man? Because a lot of times they don't even respond. Like a lot of lawyers say when somebody sends you something like this and you at the level that Shannon's at, we're gonna talk about that too. Is you don't let none of this stuff hit the public. You have to settle it right then. It's not saying you're guilty. It's not saying she innocent or guilty. It's getting the noise out the way before it hit the news, and it just keeps circulating. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yep.
but when he went on Instagram, said it was a shakedown and all that, I think his ego got the best of him. He should, you know what I'm saying, let his defensive team handle that.
Right.
But
He also
what's your take on it, though,
podcast. He went on there, kind of, I don't think boasting to brag, but he was talking about like what he prefers today, right? So they turned around and they used it against him.
Yep.
Ironically, not long after he
Days Wade just something like that.
right, you gonna do this. So I'm like, you didn't make yourself look good. Do the whole process with the podcast and mouth and the mouth and the videos. He just, like I said, when it first came out, I was like, yeah, he done. And I actually liked him on ESPN first take. I thought he was pretty good on there, but yeah, I knew once that happened, it was a wrap.
I mean, he kind of remind you of that uncle that got money, man. You know what I'm saying? He kind of remind me of Uncle Trav a little bit. He got a little bit of Uncle Trav in him, man.
He do. That's why.
Uncle Trav was smooth though, man. I know he never really got no jam though, but he was.
He do. It's that swag.
He was out there putting up LeBron numbers, boy. He was out there putting LeBron numbers up, boy. But yeah, man. I think his ego, man, got him messed up, man. He's laughing. Yeah, Uncle Trav was out there putting up them numbers, man. I used to tell BJ, man, I'm be like Trav, man. I wasn't nowhere near that, man. Boy, he tell us some stories, man. He tell us a story, man. He's like, man. Boy, I scored so many points, man. I couldn't even lift up the remote, man. I was so tired, I couldn't even lift up the remote, man. Yeah, man, shout out to Joe, man. I missed that, man. We had to take my daughter to Maryland, man. That was what's up, man. Big Joe. Rest in peace, Big Joe, man. And I need to holler at Joe. I was just send him a text. I can get him on and talk about them Central days, man. That would be cool, man. But ask him, did he play on that goal with Eric and Dan? We used to play on the telephone pole goal at Big Mama House.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that. Eric was talking about that.
Oh yeah.
Don't forget we used to how we used to play on the the third court.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. That was so, man. Yeah.
Good seeing him.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was good seeing him, man. But yeah, there you go, man. You gotta watch out for that. I mean, I think most dudes been there, man. You get to the point, man. You peeking out, man, and you feel like you're invincible. Trying to stay humble sometimes is hard, especially when you got money. I haven't made that much money like Shannon, nowhere near there, but I can only imagine, when you at the peak and you in your 50s, man. You know, you making M's like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I think it was more of the age thing that kind of, and then when the text came out, like my thing is, if that the stuff that came out, what was the stuff that he paid her for to not talk about? That's the thing, right?
Right.
That's the thing, you know.
It's way more than what they
Man, like you talking about dog collars and stuff, like that's movie. That's like what was that called? 50 Shades of Grey kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that's what was this. That was the teaser she put out there with the lawyers. Put the teaser out there, you know what I'm saying? So that's pretty crazy, man.
Yep. You can't
And
it's a bad look when you in your 50s and she was 19. Like you could have did 30,
yeah,
and it might not have been that big of a deal.
yeah,
But when you go into teen age,
yeah. So the next one is, boy, he's 19. It's like, man, please, man. My thing is, how do you even have the patience, man? We tell somebody that's 19, man, still wearing jelly sandals, man. Oh man, Oshkosh, still wearing Oshkosh and stuff. That's crazy. Yeah. So the question is, does this change the dynamic of affluent men or just men period dealing with women? Do you think this going forward? Do you think this kind of changed the dynamic a little bit? Like regular dudes, like say you work at Walmart, man. You know you stocking groceries. It probably ain't gonna be the same as you when women know you got money. You know what I'm saying? It's a little different when they know everything's public. You know, talking about Shannon getting this many 200 M's and all this stuff. But I think it will though. What you think before I get into it?
I think it will a little bit. I mean, we done seen this type of stuff before. It's just as time goes by, the social media.
Oh yeah, all the time.
So yeah, I don't think it'll change it that much, but it's definitely gonna put a brighter lens on stuff like this, especially for people that's in the entertainment world, people making money like that. Yeah, it's they definitely gonna have more eyes and cameras on them now because it's happening a whole lot more.
Yeah, see, I saw this growing up a lot. Even like being from a small city or whatever. There's a group of guys. It's like a prism of personalities. There's a group of guys who understand what's going on, and they kind of feel out who they talking to. There's a group of guys who gonna mess around and find out because they just gonna be hard headed. And then there's guys who just kind of sit back and watch stuff play out, and they kind of like see, like for me, I wasn't objective. I understood that there's always that risk, like when you dating that, but at the same time you have to safeguard yourself, and sometimes you still got to be careful about that too. Like the dudes say, man, you talk to this girl, she gonna slash your tires and brush your windows out. Okay, so now I have to safeguard on what game I run on her, because if I rock her to sleep too fast, that's probably what's gonna happen. So you kind of gotta slow rock her to sleep, and when you break up, you gotta make her feel like she won, no problem. You know what I'm saying? Because if she feel like you got the best of her, she probably gonna slash your tires and bust your window out. But if you make her feel like she got the best of you, no problem. You got the best of me. Hey, you win, I lose. You know what I'm saying? I keep my car intact. I keep my windows intact. You know what I'm saying? But I think, man, like when you got money, you don't know nobody's intentions, man. You know what I'm saying? They talk about NDAs, but man, most women, if you throw an NDA, it'll mess up the whole vibe. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, for regular people, when you talking to a girl, you feel like you about to score, and you just pull out an NDA now, like, can you sign this NDA? That messes up everything. You know what I'm saying? Unless you in that world, and that's what everybody do. But for regular people, man, you ain't gonna pull out no NDA. It's like, yeah, before we do this, we're gonna get you to sign this NDA real quick. You know what I'm saying? Right. I ain't never heard nobody do that on a regular level. You know what I'm saying? But even when you meet girls, like when you meet like somebody that you don't know, a stranger, man. You know, you gotta think about that kind of stuff. Like, who am I really talking to? You know what I'm saying? Especially if you that's why I always tell boys, young dudes, man, like, you gotta be careful what you do when you're younger, man, because he can come back and bite you. You know, you think about, like, Cosby, 15, 20 years later, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? There was a Studio 54. Ain't no telling what they was doing in there, you know what I'm saying? Studio 54, man.
Yeah, 30, 40 years ago.
But yeah, man, that male-female game, that male-female game is crazy, man, yeah. I mean, just the fact that she can say those allegations. She went from he graped me from grapes to we just had a tumultuous relationship and it was consensual. So, man, how do you go from that to that is crazy. You know what I'm saying? But and it's like that shouldn't be illegal, man. That shouldn't be legal, man. You know what I'm saying? But.
And the crazy thing is that she didn't even come to court and still got some money. She didn't show up and still
got it. And then she flexed on and said, I'm retiring from OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying?
That was the icing on the cake. Like, yeah, I got you now. I don't need this OnlyFans money now. The come up.
Flex, man.
That was a come up.
Oh, man.
I can't look. You
talking about winning a lottery? I mean, that's always like winning a lottery. Yeah, it's like winning a lottery. Now I don't know what all she had to go through to win a lottery because it sounds like she went through a lot. But I guess what girls got to ask yourself is, being. What am I? I'm trying to figure out how can I say this? Getting the dirty Sanchez, wearing a dog collar. You know what I'm saying? Look at the text message, see what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? Is it worth the M's? And some, you know what, some sad, some girls are gonna say, yeah, it is. It's worth it. You know what I'm saying? Depending on where you from, what region you from. Yeah, I would have done that. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's gonna change. I think it's I don't know, man. It's different, man, from when we was growing up, man. You know, talking to girls, it's a little different, man. You know what I'm saying? Definitely gotta be careful out there, man.
It's crazy that I just had this thought, but. You ever thought about, like, okay, it's a lot of men getting caught up in this situation, but I don't see that many women doing that stuff. You don't see many of the millionaire women messing with younger dudes, vice versa, and having to pay.
I think they do. They just the dude ain't gonna say nothing. I mean, a lot of times the dude just ain't gonna say nothing though. Yeah, they ain't. Most dudes like, man, a rich, I got this rich woman, man, bitch with me, man. You know what I'm saying? I think it happens though, but I think it just don't. Like people make it funny. You remember, was it Boomerang or Distinguished Gentleman? Which one was it? Maybe Boomerang. You know what I'm saying? Remember that when he had the rich car and he went over there? He said, "Can you turn the lights off?" He said, "Can you make it a little more darker?" I'm pretty sure that's not happening a lot, man. It's just dudes don't really talk about it, man. But and a lot of times, man, what I've seen working in the work world, a lot of times women that's rich like that, they don't really talk to straight dudes a lot anyway. You know what I'm saying? They always be dudes that be in the other group, you know, on the other team. You know what I'm saying? They usually hang out with dudes like that. You know what I'm saying? Because anytime, like say, the male and female stuff, when you get involved, emotions start flying and stuff, man, it get ugly real fast. You think about the CEO, right? That was at the football game.
You talking about for Cleveland?
You know what I'm talking about? They was at the Jumbotron and they got caught.
Oh yeah, I mean.
No, it was some kind of CEO.
Yeah, the CEO.
But they don't talk about she was the head of HR. He was the CEO and she was the head of HR. Yeah.
Like,
yeah. They both was in the wrong, but the dude's gonna take. It's just double standard, man. He gonna take the hit. I think he had to quit. I think he had to end up leaving. But he took the hit. He had to take the hit on it.
Yeah, he stepped in.
But she the head of HR. She had no business doing this shit.
Right. And she got.
Did she get any ramifications? Probably not. Oh, she did? Okay.
Yeah,
I ain't know if she got fired or not, but yeah, she the head of HR. Yeah, you the head of HR. You know what I'm saying? You just as much in the mud as he is. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And it's funny.
That's crazy.
They said, how you going to be the head of HR and do something like that when your job is to tell people not to do that?
Yeah.
Like,
100%. Yeah.
HR, and that's part of your job description to let other employees know that that type of relationship is inappropriate. But yet, you with the CEO, come on now. It was funny to me. I thought it was funny.
She said, "Do as I say, not as I do."
Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That stuff happens all the time in real life. They just got caught. So that's the thing about social media. A lot of stuff get caught now. That didn't get caught. That stuff happens all the time. Like little small companies and little medium sized companies, man. Top level people, they start intertwining with each other. That stuff happens all the time, man. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, like you say, men, women power flex on men. They're not gonna say no because what I'm saying, they feel like they get benefited from it. Just when things start getting messy, how do you break from it? So how do you tell her, if you tell her no, now she gonna bring out the real work against you. You know what I'm saying?
She got the dirt on.
But yeah, it seems like though just the men, it always get highlighted more, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the society we live in. But I definitely think women do what the men, it just don't get highlighted like a man do it to a woman, though. It's just like the double standard kind of stuff.
Right.
But I could definitely I have seen it a couple times, and a lot of times the dudes just be like, man, I'm trying to get ahead like everybody else, and if this my big joker card, I'm probably gonna go ahead and flex it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But because you never know. Nobody, you don't know the dynamic. She could have been doing that to the CEO. Who knows? She the one could have been flexing on him, and they just both got caught. He gonna take the heat because he the dude. He was married. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think she was too. But yeah.
Yeah, he was married too. Yep.
Wow.
And
Yeah. Crazy, man.
He ran his own company too, which is crazy.
Yeah, boy,
It was funny though.
crazy. Yeah, man. Like I was telling my wife this one time, like being a CEO or being at that level, a lot of times you don't work 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you get off at 5 and you come home. But the trade-off is you making so much money though. They buying your time. You know what I'm saying? It's just not getting caught up in it and not losing your ego, kind of like Shannon. Losing your ego doing crazy stuff like him. You get so arrogant that you at a baseball game or whatever, a concert, you get called a jumbotron. That's arrogance at its finest, man. You know what I'm saying? I guess money do that to you. Who knows? The bag of tricks. She probably was running on them that she had. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it happens, man.
Yep.
Yeah, but what's the thought you was talking about, man, on TikTok, man? While we seen that talking about that, like people confide in the wrong people, man.
It was let me give you a quick backstory. So I was having a conversation
Yeah.
with somebody, and she was telling me how she ran into an old friend from way back. Now, this friend from
Yeah.
way back, like over the years, this has been like 10 plus years, like did nothing but dog her out.
Yeah.
Like mistreat her, talk about her crazy behind her back, just not really. I thought he's not a friend, that's an associate. And I used to tell her, like, hey,
You got
I would cut my
no difference.
She's toxic. She don't mean you no good. She don't really care about what you got going on. She done use you. She did all this stuff, right? So she basically seen her out somewhere and went to her. They had a conversation, and she started telling her about some personal stuff that was going on. And I'm like, why do you keep going back to these same people, telling them deep, dark secrets that you shouldn't even be talking to? And so it's like her response was
Right.
I don't have anybody to talk to, and I needed somebody to vent to. And I'm like, you should never get to that point where you get that desperate to where you just talk to anybody, especially somebody that don't have your best interest at heart. So my question is why do people
100%. Yeah.
why do people do that? Why did you let yourself get to that point to where you just talk to anybody, especially somebody that?
I have a couple theories. Yeah.
So
I have a couple theories on. I think one theory is that sometimes um, talking to somebody that's toxic is kind of more entertaining. They kind of go with the more the toxic stuff you like doing. Like talking to somebody that got some common sense will tell you not to do this and that. And some people don't like that. In this day and age, they think you preaching at them. They think you this. They think you that. Like, have you ever noticed that you can be successful in your own right, but nobody asks you about how you got there, even though they know that you're there? And then we try to talk to them about it. Nah, man, that's for you, man. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? This stuff happens. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times in our culture, a lot of times we be, I don't know if it's an envy thing. I don't know what it is, but they know, but they won't even ask you, hey, how did you get into that, or how did you do that? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times people want to talk to people that's going to agree with them or kind of, go along with them. Even if they're toxic, but if you talk to somebody with some sense, they got reasons, like, nah, that's probably not a good idea. You probably want to think about that. Oh, there you go, hating. You know what I'm saying? It's like telling somebody something common sense or being accountable. That's hating now. Accountability is the new judgment word. Being accountable. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that happens a lot, man. I would tell you. I know if somebody talks his name, God, he's the ultimate counselor. He won't tell nobody. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, some people like that though. They have to say it to another person in order for them to feel better. It's weird, but yeah.
Yeah, it's you talking to
100%.
You talking to a cancer that holds a lot of stuff in. I don't talk to everybody. I don't even go to my own mama with everything.
Oh, for sure.
It's just a comfortable thing, but I'm definitely not going to go to somebody that I know go run back to tell somebody, or like I said, don't have the purest intention.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't rock with me. I'm not. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's like our aunties and uncles used to tell us this when we were younger. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So why would I entertain a person that's wrong multiple times? Why would I keep them in my circle or in my life when they done did me wrong multiple times?
Yeah.
That part is what I don't understand. Why did you go to toxic?
The thing about people that's like the thing about people that's like that too, they always try to find ways to if they can do it. If they know you'll fall for it, they try to find ways to guilt trip you back to talking to them again or something. They try to run the forgiveness line. It's like, it ain't that I don't forgive you, but it's the conditions that you operate under. I'm not exposing myself to that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Once I understand that's who you are, family or not, sometimes it's family, man, they could be the most crazy one. It's like, I'm good, man, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm not gonna let you put me in a situation that's gonna cause me to lose my freedom, number one. Yeah, man, they talking to people, man, and then some people just, when you talk to some people, you realize, like, I didn't think people even thought like that, but, they out there, though, you know what I'm saying? Just some tough decisions. Because sometimes people, it's like they want to give you good advice, but they kind of in a bad place. It's like, can I really give this person good advice being in a bad place? Because that's a thing there, too. Right. Sometimes people give you advice from their mistakes, but you got to be able to discern it. But yeah, it's very rare, man. Somebody that you can find somebody do good by you. You know what I'm saying? Good intentions and stuff. They don't try to just listen to you, try to get in your business or something. Just give you direction. Cause like I always tell people, I can't tell you the answer on what to do. I can only give you the pathways on what's the possibilities, and you can kind of go. You can take it from there. But I'm not going to exactly. Some people want you to tell them exactly what to do. You'd be surprised. And it's like, I can't tell you exactly because you might not be able to face the consequences. I may can face the consequences because I may be different, but you might not. But all I can do is give you the three paths, or whatever the possibilities are based on my experience. And if I don't have no experience in it, I can just tell you a guesstimation of baby. You know what I'm saying? But some people don't even tell you that. They'll talk like they know. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like with politics, right? People will argue with you about politics and never read what you call them when they pass a law, legislation document. They never read none of it. Like, you can't even read 10 pages. You gonna tell me about a 1,000-page document? What you think the law is? I ain't read nothing, man. We're gonna argue with you about politics though, because you been watching CNN and the MSNBC. Man, get out of here, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, that's what killed me about sometimes people be voting. They talk about voting and stuff. I mean, that's cool. I understand ancestors. I understand voting, but do you really know who you voting for though? Have you did the research? That's what I'm talking about. You just voting just to be voting, or did you actually do the research, or you just like the thumbnail that he put, or him or her put on Facebook, or the videos they make? Hi, I'm so and so. I'm your host. I want to be your senator. Will you vote me? You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, man, there's stuff out there, man. You know,
Yeah.
because even with dating, right? I'm pretty sure you know that. I tell my homeboy this, they don't want to agree with me. There ain't no rules to dating, man. Some people think there are rules, like there's a rule book. Show me a rule book to date. Now, I ain't never seen it, you know what I'm saying? Depending on who you talk to, some people get it how they live. You know what I'm saying? Just get it how you live. However I need to get it, it's going to happen. And there's some people that kind of play fair. And there's some women that play fair, some women that don't play fair, man. You know, it's out there, man. They know about the double standard, they'll use it against you.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They'll agitate you all the way to the T. Wish you would. You know what I'm saying? Because they know if you hit them, I'm calling the police, I'm sending you to jail. But they've been agitating you the whole time. You got to be able to think about, you know, who you dealing with, these personalities out here. You know what I'm saying? Because they out here, man.
It's funny you said
But the
that.
thing that's crazy, I think you know this as well as I do. Go ahead.
I mean, I saw something you just
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. What you say?
that I just had a situation with a friend like that where basically she was talking to a guy. Everything started off cool. He was showing things that she liked, and she started developing feelings and all this and that. And
Yeah.
it got to the point where she was like, "I want you to move with me." Now this is within a year now, so all of this is going on within a year.
Yeah.
And then maybe like a month
Yep.
into him living there, he really started to show his true side. And then he got to the point to where
Right.
she was like, "This ain't the person that I thought I was getting or I thought I had." And it got toxic to where it was arguments, had to put him out several times, and you going through hell to get rid of him. And
Yeah.
she was trying to figure out like what happened. And I told her, I said, "Look, I've told you several times when it comes to dudes, any relationship, men or women, the first, especially for men, the first, I say 2-3 months, everything is gonna seem peaches and cream because they're trying to do what they can to win you over. But then when they get you,
Oh, 100%.
when they get you comfortable, then they're gonna sit back and be like, okay, now I got him. Now I can be really who I am. And by that time, you 6,
Right.
7 months down the line, and you done invested so much into that relationship that when it comes crashing down, now it's it takes an emotional turn on you. You got to do all this stuff because you're like, dang, why? I mean, I fell for this stuff in the beginning, and he flipped the script on me. So I told him like, look, you
Yeah.
do that every time. You think the first 2 or 3 months is cool, then you start falling for that. And while you falling for that, you ignoring the red flag that
Yeah.
he's showing you.
Not being
because you
accountable.
trying to focus on.
Yeah. Exactly.
So now you're looking crazy.
Yeah. You're not being accountable. You're not being accountable.
Right. And this person, I'm gonna tell you what this person told me.
Yeah.
Why they keep doing this is that, I don't want to be in my 40s and single. I'm like, okay, I understand that, but you don't need to be desperate and vulnerable in your 40s
Yeah.
because you don't want to be single or settling for less because you just want to feel.
It's counterintuitive though what she's saying. I don't want to be single in my 40s, but you keep doing stuff that's gonna make you single in your 40s. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm like,
Another thing is like people don't realize if you meet somebody and you only know them for 2 months, you don't know them. If you never knew nothing else about them, you met a perfect stranger and you only know them for 2 months, do you know the risk that you're really taking? You know what I'm saying?
right.
I mean, I know when I was younger, right? I know my homeboy he don't like talking about this, but people don't realize it sounds it sounds crazy, but you don't realize the risk when you taking like one night stands and stuff. Do you really? It's like playing roulette in the casino. You don't know where the ball gonna land. You hope that you hedge yourself as much as you can, but you really don't know. And yeah, man, I used to tell this all the time. You really do too much. You don't know nobody too much. You just don't. What's that called? Marriage? What's it called? Marriage at first sight? Man, you crazy. You couldn't get me to do that. You know what I'm saying? There's no way. You know what I'm saying? But some people crazy enough to do it. You know what I'm saying? I never wanted to move in with no chick. I know I've shacked up before, but we was going over each other's house when I was younger. But I don't never. I don't know. It's something about a dude just move in with you, man. Yeah, unless he on hard times or something. But I don't know. You gotta be careful about that. But some guys don't want to be accountable. Just say, you know what? I gotta stop falling for dudes so quick and think about what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
Right, especially when you in your 40s and you got kids, you still got to take care of. Because I also said this to him, I'm like, dude, you got to realize at the age that you are, you still have to be selective with who you're dating because it ain't just about you when it comes to that. You got other responsibilities and other people that are affected by who you date as well. So you got to be more reserved, more selective with who you deal with because if you bringing this person around your kids and it don't turn out right, you don't know what kind of damage you're doing. So I'm like, you got to stop falling for the pick me line, the pick up line from the beginning because every dude gonna do that. Every dude gonna try his best.
100%.
And once he gets you
yeah.
where he needs you, it's a wrap. And not every night. I'm not saying
it's just
every like that, but you see it all the time. It's not
every guy like that, but it's a high percentage though. You got to be able to weed out, and sometimes that's the hard part because they don't want to weed out because they feel lonely. But you rather be lonely than miserable. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes. Cause even with dudes, you have to weed out women. Like some women don't got your best interest, man. They sound good. I mean, they may look good, but that don't mean they're gonna have your best interest, though. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean that they're gonna bear your kids. We seen this growing up in the hood. Girls get pregnant, they still smoking. Still smoking cigarettes. It's like, man, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I can't honor that. Well, that's your business. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying, for me as a man, that ain't what. I would want, saying somebody to carry my kids, they can't, make that sacrifice, but it's out there. But yeah, man, that stuff happens all the time. Like you say, people take advice, people do. Like, I'm not saying that like I was perfect. I understood the risk and I understood the consequences, but doing it blindly and say there should be no consequence, that just don't make sense,
Right.
I always tell people consequences come without somebody's opinion. Like, don't nobody judge you. The consequences come whether somebody give you an opinion or not, sometimes people don't want to accept that part, Like, if you don't like, I always tell people, if you don't like where you at now, you should reverse engineer about how you got there every step. Because I don't believe you just fall in love. I think it's a process, You got to get to the point where you can even love that person. But some people think you just fall in love. It's like chemistry. I don't know,
Yeah.
But
you definitely gotta.
Yeah, I'm like you. I'm like a Gemini. I got.
Sometimes you gotta take a step back and be like, okay, I keep falling for the same thing. It got to be something I'm doing, and I need to figure out.
Yeah, that's common sense.
I'm doing before I jump into something else because you steady meeting the same type of people and it's going down the same thing. At some point, you got to look at yourself and say, it might be me. It can't be everybody else all the time. It got to be me.
Yeah.
So
how did you know you was ready to get married? How did you know you was ready to get married?
I think mentally, I had a moment where I was like,
on which
she's doing things that other women didn't do, and she stood out
100%. Yeah,
the other ones did. It probably took me a while, but when I came to that realization that this person had my best interest at heart, got my back, and ride or die. When you get something like that, then I think that kind of lets you know, okay, the one.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
that
Yeah, I
was
know for me, yeah, I know for me, I had a lot of growing up to do individually because I think what you said, like say, wife, she showed me things, she had my back and stuff like that. But I think, I'm pretty sure you do understood. For me, I had a lot of growing up to do. Like I had to learn how to communicate to her as a husband or wife instead of talking to my bros and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Just the growing pains of being a husband. I always tell younger guys, I don't think you could ever be fully prepared, but you got to go into it with the right mindset. You know what I'm saying? No matter what happens, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to work through the issue and we going to stick it out. If you can get to that point in your head before, just in my opinion, I think you can do it because when you get married, you can talk about it. People can give you everything, but it's an experience thing that you have to experience, though. You know what I'm saying? And there's no book, there's no kind of VR that you can put on. It's like until you actually get married and be with that person every day, it's really hard to just be fully prepared because if you ain't never done it before, it'll still shock you on some stuff, especially about yourself. I know for me about myself, stuff I gotta work on. How to deal with stuff, how to solve stuff, how to get better at communication. Then when you throw kids into the equation, now I gotta manage my wife and my kids. You know what I'm saying? Then you come home, everybody had a bad day. You know what I'm saying? Wife had a bad day, kids had a bad day at school. You gotta work through all of them before you go to bed if you got some common sense, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah.
Yep.
And then too, man, I know, I think I just got tired of talking to different girls. I think I just got tired. I just got old, you know what I'm saying? Just wasn't a challenge no more. I think when you're young, you feel like it's a challenge. You feel like you're in the NFL. You feel like you just want to draft and build a franchise. Then you realize it ain't really worth it. You know what I'm saying? Just one franchise player. I just need one franchise player. You know what I'm saying?
right.
I don't need a roster, man. It's too much to manage a roster. It costs too much.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I got two homeboys that one got married. It wasn't. I think it was a waste of time. Honestly, I don't think he or her were mentally ready for that, but they did it anyway. And both of them made their mistakes. And I got another one that ain't been married yet, but they were bouncing around from chick to chick. And I used to tell them this all the time. They hated it. I used to tell them, I said, yeah, hey, y'all got to sit down somewhere. Sit down somewhere. Y'all too old to be bouncing around from chick to chick. Sit down somewhere. Like, how can you even manage time-wise multiple people in 30 or 40 years?
Yeah.
It's crazy. So I'm like,
It's pretty crazy. Yeah, now when dudes get older, they get to slipping, man. You know what I'm saying? You think you did something, you really didn't. You think you took it to the movies, you really didn't. Calling somebody else day. You just totally forget. You just totally forget. What's your name? What's your name is again? I just totally forgot your name. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's funny. Be like Young Thug. I think no, Slim Thug. They were talking about Slim Thug. He was hating on Clay.
Okay, yeah. Shit, I ain't gonna let nobody.
So he about to go Nino on Clay. He said he about to go Nino on Clay. I never liked you anyway. Oh, that'd be funny, man. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get ready to wrap this up, man, before we start clowning.
Right. But yeah,
what did I say so far? I'm going to try to get on cam here in a second.
Cool. I just seen his
So now we...
Yeah, I just...
Oh, he been going off on everybody. I think he went off on... Gilly, he went off on Gilly the Kid. He went off on Ryan Clark. I don't know, man. Sometimes I think he really cares about perception. Or he cares about what his peers think. Because I think he got mad because Ryan Clark said he wouldn't be in the top 10. Or he was saying Jalen Hurts is better than him. And it's like, man, it's all subjective, man. It's it's not written in stone that he better than you. You don't have to be so sensitive about that. You know what I'm saying? Like people know what you do, man. Like dude is a different animal. He just played for a bad franchise. You know what I'm saying? Cam did. He just played for a bad franchise. You cannot fault Jalen Hurts for playing with the Eagles. They said we're gonna put talent around this guy so he can win a Super Bowl, and they did that. You know, Carolina, they didn't really do that. They just put what they can afford around him, and we're just going to win games and sell tickets. Him making it to the Super Bowl was really a bonus, but I think they knew they didn't have enough because, like I say, the Broncos had Von Miller and what's my guy from the Cowboys? I just said it the other day. What's the other dude from the Cowboys? They traded free agency. Oh my God, I can't remember the name now off the top of my head. They won a Super Bowl that year. They had the dude from the Cowboys. It was like a linebacker. They bring the D in. They run a 3-4, and Von Miller on the other end, and they was just blitzing them.
Marcus Ware.
Yes, DeMarcus Ware and Von Miller. They didn't have an O-line, bro. They could block them, man. Because you got to block both sides. A lot of times somebody only got one D-line, and you can kind of skate through the game. They had two D-linemen coming at them, you know what I'm saying? And he didn't have no help. I don't know who was receiver. Was Ted Ginn receiver in the Super Bowl that time?
Yeah, he had
Ted Ginn. He get injured all the time, too.
Yeah, he had Greg Olsen, and I want to say he had Steve Smith, too. But that wasn't enough.
Yeah, man. He couldn't get open though because he didn't have enough time. They're not fast like that. He couldn't get open. You know what I'm saying? And man, they was tearing dude up. I know he was shell shocked, man. There's no way they was trying to knock his head off. But yeah, he was talking about Gilly, man, because Gilly, was saying that Jalen Hurts better because he won a Super Bowl already. I think sometimes people take the ring part. They try to really drive that to people that didn't win the ring, man. I think that's. But you just gotta have tough skin when you're in the media, though, man. You can't be out there talking crazy to people. I think they're not gonna talk crazy to you back, man. It don't make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I think.
I think he was saying too, there's too many friends in the industry. Duh. That's how people build on networks and stuff.
Right. Yeah, I think. I think he was.
Because everybody.
But I think he was a little sensitive. But I'm gonna give him credit for one thing. When he did come at him, he came with stats and facts. I'm like, okay.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
I mean, he
did that, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he made his point, but he did kind of take it the wrong way as far as. I mean, he gave his opinion. He gave his opinion on Jalen Hurts. That's his opinion. Now, what's the call coming at them like that? Ryan Clark. It's okay to disagree, but I think what made the situation what it was you didn't have to attack him for him giving his opinion that you disagree with. It's okay to agree to disagree and let it go, but when you start bringing up a person that you thought was better, you ain't got to do all that. You can easily say, I disagree with that. Here's my reason why, then let it go. You ain't got to go into, well, you didn't do this.
Yeah, because I think Ryan Clark, he threw a subliminal.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, Ryan Clark tried to be like Jay-Z, right? He tried to throw subliminal shots here and there, and then when somebody come at him, then he tried to like, oh, no, it's kumbaya, man. No, man, I'm not trying to be like that. Because he was saying that Cam didn't want to jump on the fumble in the Super Bowl. He didn't bring his cape to the Super Bowl. Man, you can't be out there talking crazy, on the slide, and they think that nobody going to come get you, you know what I'm saying? Right. And I think sometimes he kind of shy away from it, but I get it because he don't want the heat on the network and stuff. But at the same time, he bring the heat to himself, though, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah. But yeah, man, what you think about the Lakers, man? Before we get up out of here, man.
You know what? The quiet moves that they're making, I kind of like. I did, and I don't know how true this is.
Really? You think so?
Yeah, I mean, I think that wasn't flashy, but I'm like, okay, at least you got a center. Hopefully, he'll be motivated to play to the potential that I know he can. I mean, that remains to be seen. But
You got to keep him away from the dispensaries, man. The hookah. You got to keep him away from the hookah bar, man.
yeah.
Because Luka be going there too. Luka be going to the hookah bar too.
Right, and stay away from the beer. Luka can stay in shape, and Aiden can play potential. And I honestly think they will make one more move for another wing defender. Now, I did hear, I don't know how true it is, but I seen it on social media. But they were trying to make a move for Jaylen Brown. I don't know how true that is, but if they got him,
but how would you do it without giving up LeBron in there?
Well, from what I seen,
how would you do that without giving up?
Well, I think from what they showed on there, the proposed trade was Austin Reeves and 3 first-round picks for Jaylen Brown straight up. Now, would I give?
But Austin Reeves going now, though, right?
No, he's still there. He's still there.
Hey, Austin Reeves going to that trade?
No.
Okay, that was a fake ad. That was a fake news. Then okay. Somebody said they traded him to Utah, but some other. Okay.
No.
Wow.
He's still there.
Trade him and connect to Celtics.
Right now.
I'm saying I would trade him and connect for Jaylen Brown. I would get if I was Pelinka. I don't like some of the move Pelinka make, man. I think dude trying to wait till LeBron leave, so he trying to make LeBron retire, man, by getting like some whack players. He trying to get LeBron to just say, all right, man, I'm gonna hang it up and get a trade, man. I don't know what it seemed like. He playing mind games with LeBron. I don't know. Let's see though.
I look at it.
So, do you think LeBron gonna be that good this year? 41? You think?
I think I think he'll be
all
right. I mean, if he can do what he did last year, and Luka can stay in shape, they'll be able to hang a little bit better in the West.
Yeah.
And I mean, he and LeBron they got to where you can.
Yeah, the West kind of in disarray.
Right. So I'm like, you get the support cast, play a little better. Like I said, I think they're gonna make one more move for a wing defender. If it's not Jaylen Brown, Andrew Wiggins, somebody like that, or the guy from what was it, Minnesota? What's his name? Gilgeous' cousin, Shai Gilgeous' cousin, that played. I can't remember his name. I mean, all they need is somebody, a wing defender that can score when they need them to. They ain't got to average.
So is that true with Marcus Smart?
Yeah, Marcus Smart is there. Yeah, he's official. Now I like that pickup if he can stay healthy. That's the only thing with him. He can't stay healthy.
Is he mentally stable, man?
yeah, I think he is. His thing is just.
He like a mini Ron Artest. He like a mini Ron Artest, man. He like a mini metal, man.
Right.
I call him mini metal. I need to call him mini metal, man.
Right. Mini metal. I like that.
Man, if Aiden can give them 15 and 10, I think they'll be straight. Yeah. They need a third scorer, man. That's consistent, man. They didn't have that. They thought Austin Reeves was gonna be there, but nah, he ain't that though.
No, I think when he got close,
he not like Dan Marley or Chris Mullin or something. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Yeah, he started getting exposed, man.
Right. Yeah.
They start cooking them. When they got playoffs time, they start cooking them like, yeah, we finna go at them.
Right.
Yeah. We finna go with it. White man can't tell. We finna go at Billy.
Right.
Yeah, you can't blame him, man. But I think what's his name gassed out though. Luka gassed out, man, and I think he was kind of embarrassed. I think that's why he got in shape. I think he was kind of embarrassed. At first, I thought he was mad because they said he was out of shape, but then it actually showed, and I think he was like, "Yeah, I got to get in shape, man. I got to stop playing around." So,
I think you're trying to prove to the Mavericks that I can get in shape when I get ready and stay in shape. Y'all gave up on me and see me here now. I'm finna show you. So I think.
And he want that Supermax. I don't know if he can get the Supermax. Can he get that now? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think he want that max deal too. That's another thing he want to get shape. He want that max deal too.
Yeah, he gonna get it with the Lakers. He could probably sign sometime next month. But he got it. He'll be good.
Yeah.
And now he gonna go out there and it's gonna be a revenge tour.
Boy, for real. But yeah, guys, we're going to get off this thing, man, and go to bed because I got to get up and take these kids to school in the morning. You know, Easton, they already started school, man, so I got to take them to school in the morning and stuff. And so, but yeah, man, appreciate you coming on. Anytime you want to come on, man, talk about some stuff, man. Talk about the thoughts during the week, man. Let me know, man. We can come on and talk about that, man. I think that's cool,
yeah,
man.
I give you
talk to the young boys, man, about this stuff, man.
Right. No problem.
All you gotta do is just text me, man. Just whenever you feel like, all you gotta do is just text me, man. Like, cuz, what you doing, man? I'll let you know. If I'm not at the house, I'll let you know what time I get there, and make it happen. Trying to get people. And then sometimes if you're in Southwest, you want to come by, you come back in the studio, man. We can sit in the studio, chop it up too, man. So.
Yeah, I can do that too.
But yeah, guys, we're finna get ready and sign out this thing. Thanks for watching CTM Sports. We talk about relationship as well. Sometimes it's like a sport too, man. You know, it's all about strategy. Sometimes you gotta have a playbook on it too. But yeah, man, we about to sign out this thing. Thank my cuz DM for coming on. We're finna get ready and sign out. We'll catch you on the next one.